Hi guys, Mrwhosetheboss here, and this is a sort of update video on everything that's going on with my PlayStation Vita. So there's been a variety of sales in which I've picked up Mrwhosetheboss, also Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits, because I absolutely loved the one on the PlayStation 2, and I was sort of hoping this one would be like it. It's about £6 is what I paid. Then Virtua Tennis 4 was also on a sale. I think this was about £4.20, and for that, it's an absolute steal. This is supposedly one of the best looking games on the Vita, but I'm yet to actually play it. So also a little update on Ragnarok Odyssey Ace. So I've probably had around 8 to 10 hours on this game, and I have to say I'm really liking it. There's some things I don't like, but to be fair, there's a lot more that's positive about it than I actually thought. This game is basically just Monster Hunter, with most of the bad things taken out and a couple of the good things. For example, there's no farming, your items are automatically picked up, and the weapon upgrading is much easier. On top of that, you can actually, there's a use for all those useless items which you always find. You can put them in the billionaire pot, which basically sells them and gives you back free rewards. So, to be honest, I actually say, yeah, this is actually a very thoughtful game. There's a ridiculous amount of content, and there's a constant sense of progression, which is fairly linear, but at the same time still rewarding. I'm fairly pleased with the frame rate as well. It isn't quite a locked 30 that I thought it would be. If things get really busy, then it does drop, but generally in single player action, where it's a fairly normal location, everything is perfectly smooth. Now on the trophy front, as you can see, I'm not really close to completing any of these games really. My closest at the minute is probably Tabletop Racing, but to be fair, that's only got a gold one anyway. But I have to say, yeah, that's a very good game, and I really do recommend it. It's about £4.99 I think, and for that, amazing. Then there's Ratchet and Clank 2, which is a game which I kind of wish I had time to play more of, but I just haven't at all recently. It's probably one of the games I was most excited about when it first came out, but for some reason I just haven't got round to it. Then there's Terraria, which is something I really didn't like, to be honest. Again, I only paid about £3 on this. Most of these games, to be honest, I've just got in cheap sales, but to be honest, I just didn't like Terraria. Something about it, I guess it could have been the retro art style, or maybe just the gameplay of it. It didn't appeal to me. I found it quite boring, so I never really played past the tutorial. So the next thing I want to say is that I've actually still got £45 to spend in my virtual PlayStation wallet. So I realised that apart from Freedom Wars, which I'm going to be buying physical, there's pretty much no sort of big budget new PS Vita game on the horizon. So I was wondering if you guys had any recommendations. So I've heard a lot about Velocity 2 times, or however you actually say that. And to be fair, the original Velocity got incredible reviews, and this is supposed to be the same game but refined to a much sort of higher level. Then there's Danganronpa and Danganronpa 2, which are also apparently very good visual novels, but that's another part of it, is I'm not exactly sure I will enjoy the visual novel style of game. But if enough of you guys recommend it, I will take the plunge and buy it. So yeah, this is Tabletop Racing, something which I already have, and yeah, for the price tag, this is a really great game. In fact, I'd go as far to say as this is one of the best looking PlayStation Vita games on the system. Then something I was a little bit curious about is this Ninjago Nindroids. So I'm actually kind of a fan of the Lego games. I used to play them a lot when I was maybe 12, 13. And to be honest, this one actually looks okay. The graphics don't look great from the actual pictures, but they actually look pretty nice from the gameplay video I saw online. And to be honest, for a Lego game, it seems that they've actually mixed things up a bit. They're not just taking a sort of straight up film or movie franchise or whatever, and then just adding in a sort of gameplay element. They're actually creating a game from the ground up. So yeah, seemed interesting to me. There's also this new thing on the PSN called Hot Deals, which is basically just their sort of weekly sales, but I have to say some of them are pretty good. So a lot of these games here look kind of tempting, games like Tukiden and New Little King's Story. They're games I've heard plenty about, but just never really fully investigated or thought about buying. Now, the thing with Tukiden is I know that there is a sort of semi-sequel coming in the near future, which is a bit like the Soul Sacrifice Delta to Soul Sacrifice. It was kind of like a 1.5 version of the game, so I wouldn't really want to take the plunge if that's going to be the case. So yeah, also, which games should I play first? Out of all the ones I've got, once I'm sort of done with Ragnarok Odyssey, what do you think? Should I play Mrwhosetheboss? Should I play Banana Splits? Whatever. So the last thing I want to say was, please feel free to add me on PSN. So I've had plenty of requests from people who've seen the YouTube channel and sort of, you know, found the name through a comment or something like that, and that's fine. But I mean, I'm publicly telling you, my PSN username is Aruba McFruba. It's a bit retarded, I know, but that's how you spell it. And yeah, just feel free to add me. I'm more than welcome. You could leave a little note with the invitation to tell me where you're from or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm really enjoying the PlayStation Vita Slim at the minute, and that was just my quick update. Thanks for watching.